Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot Tooth. I'm glad you're here. I wanted to talk tonight about Trump's rather puzzling behavior at the rally last Saturday. Let me share a screen with you so you can see what I'm talking about and what we'll be reading about. Okay, so when 45 was in Greensburg, Pennsylvania on the 6th of May, 2022, he actually introduced one of the Johnson & Johnson heirs and made some comments about how he and his wife had lots of money and the wife is from the Ukraine and she's having a hard time. Anyway, there's a 36-second clip that you can see at this site, or just do a search for it. Trump introduces Johnson exec at rally, and you'll get to it. Now, the mainstream media is viewing all of that as being proof that 45 is out of touch with reality, that he doesn't know his voter base, and what they either don't know or are hoping you don't know is that quite often, good old 45 is talking in code or sending a comm. So I wanted to ask, and I want to give thanks right now to one of my viewers who corresponds with me. His name is Stephen. I don't have express permission to say more than that, but he pointed me towards this topic, and it's fascinating. So let's do a read, and we're going to ask the universe. At the May 6th Greensburg, Pennsylvania rally, the person who was there as former President Trump, although I think he's still president, but I want to be specific, the person that was acting as former President Trump. What was up with those comments and introductions to the Johnson & Johnson executive and his wife? What was going on? Let's see if the universe, was it a comm? Let's see what the universe has to tell us. Now, I am going to modify my usual spread and put one card across the top for hidden influence. I thought that might be interesting to do. So let's see how it all shakes out. One moment. Let's see what the cards had to tell us. Our question was indicated by the Two of Pentacles, which usually means that there's a couple of choices or options in play. And we were saying, what was up with that introduction? That was strange. It was out of character. Normally, at those rallies, political hopefuls or people that have been beneficial to 45 are who gets some recognition and airtime. And the Magician is the situation, which means that this isn't about manifesting in this case, but it was a case of, I don't think there was a whole lot of choice for those people to be there, okay? And I don't think it was an introduction so we'd know them. I think there was a big comm going on. Comm meaning not C-A-L-M, but communication type comm. Here's why. Now I had to turn these, but you can see they're still in the same order they were. This is our hidden influence card, the Lovers, which is about a partnership, but it's also about balancing the needs and desires of others. And in the recent past, those two people that were introduced didn't have a whole lot of choice about being there. If you notice, they didn't look very proud, pleased, and happy to be singled out in that crowd, especially since a lot of that crowd doesn't have a lot of compliance or respect for the cures that have been set forth for our country and the world. And here's why: the Justice card. Now, this singling out of Mr. and Mrs. Johnson was also sending a signal wider. Justice is coming for Big Pharma. Justice is coming for Big Pharma. Okay, now in the near future, they have worries and genuine worries that they need to be focusing on, okay? Maybe not quite as many as they think, but justice is coming, and that's a biggie. If there's only one sword there for the worry, that's all they need. Justice is coming for them. Okay, now our clarifiers. For more information, we have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is about truth. It's the written and spoken word. And as I've said before with me, it includes some action. So I think it's indicating that there has been some legal proceedings taking place behind the scenes, just like we have been seeing in other areas of our world. And the Hangman is about perspective. Now, he's not, for me at all, a justice card. This is a yoga position. He's looking at things in a new way. And we're being advised to look at what happened at that rally in a new way, understanding that it was a communication, that it was a signal probably to deep state players that justice was coming. Okay, and that's what I'm getting from this. Now, I was a little mystified too. And previously, when the seemed to be being endorsed, I noticed that 45 never once advised people to go get a gene therapy cure. Okay, and we all know that this gene therapy that's out there is not a V. So whenever he did that, I knew there were comms going on and people were just needed to have their thinking cap on and go, wait a second. He didn't tell people to go out and get a modified gene therapy. So again, let's keep our thinking caps on. Let's use our critical thinking skills, use our powers of discernment, but understand a lot of times what we're seeing when we see things like that, there's a communication going on. There's code talk going on. And as we know, all is not what it seems. That's it for this read. If you enjoyed it, please like, share. You're welcome to subscribe and comment. And thank you for being part of this journey I'm on. I do appreciate it so much. In the meantime, again, the word for tonight is discernment. Use yours. Don't be fooled. Don't be bamboozled. Okay? Keep your eyes open and use your thinking caps. We have to use our own critical thinking skills in what we accept as truth or possibility and what we know to be false. Good night.